Do you want to count us down or should I?
I got it.
Okay, you
All
got
right.
it. All right. I trust you.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my God. All right. Sounds good. I'm muting. Yo, what's up, chat? We are muted right now. She can't hear us. I can't hear her. But we're going to go through and we're going to do Advent of Code in Bash. And we're not going to try and speed through. We're going to go fast, but I'm going to try and make sure I read everything. Went out search for the chief historian near the gardener and his massive farm. There's plenty of food, so the historians grab something to eat while they search. You're about to settle near a complex arrangement of garden plots when some elves ask if you can lend a hand. Excuse me. They'd like to set up fences around each region of garden plots. Garden plot regions, fences, cool. But they can't figure out how much fence they need in order, or to order, or how much it'll cost. Okay, they hand you a map, your puzzle input, each of the garden plots. Each garden plot grows only a single type of plant, and it's indicated by a single letter on your map. When multiple garden plots are growing the same type of plant, they are touching horizontally or vertically, they form a region. Oh, okay, so we have a region of A here. We have a region of B, which is like a square, a region of C, which is like a snake, a region of E, and do we have a lone region of D? I would assume we have a region of 1 here. This arrangement, 5 different types of plants, A, B, C, D, E, each grouped into their own region. In order to accurately calculate the cost of fence around a single region, you need to know that region's area and perimeter. Okay. The area of the region is simply the number of garden plots the region contains. The above maps type A, B, and C, each have type 4. Okay, so how many times the letter appears in a contiguous space. Okay. The type E plants are in a region of 3, and the type D plants are in a region of area 1. Okay, so you can have a region of area 1. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Each garden plot is a square and has 4 sides. The perimeter of a region is the number of sides of garden plots in the region that do not touch another garden plot of the same region. Oh, okay. So A and C are each in a region with a perimeter of 10. Okay, well, visually this makes sense. Okay, we have a region of 4, but the perimeter is 10. That makes sense. So the perimeter is the edges, basically. Oh, this seems pretty easy to calculate. I say easy, but if you go out of bounds, that's an edge. If you go out of bounds, that's an edge. If you touch a different letter, that's an edge. But if you touch the same letter, that's not an edge. You add all the edges up and you got the perimeter. Okay, cool. Plants of the same type can appear in multiple separate regions, and regions can even appear within other regions. Oh, okay, so we have X in here 4 times, so that'd be 4 regions of X inside a region of O. This is 1 region of O, so 5 total. Okay, cool. 5. Okay, cool. My intuition is right. 5 regions containing O and X. The 4X regions each have an area of 1 and a perimeter 4. Right, perimeter 4 because they can walk in all 4 directions and hit something else. The outer edge contributing to the perimeter of 20. Oh, okay. 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 This is interesting, but I think it makes sense. Due to modern business practices, the price of fence required for a region is found by multiplying the area by its perimeter. Okay. The total price of fencing for all regions is found by adding together. Okay, so for each region, we have to calculate perimeter, area, multiply it together. That's the cost of the region. For the cost of the whole thing, we have to add up all the regions together. Hey, I'm following this. This makes perfect sense. Here's a larger example. Woof. It contains blah, 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 so it has a total price of 1930. Okay, first things we'll do is we'll copy this over. Actually, first thing we'll do is we'll make a directory for this, right? pwd, make dir, day 12, cd, day 12, vim, example input. This is the example input. We also have small input. I'm going to go ahead and copy the smaller input. This is the really, really simple example that they gave. So I would say we can kind of start walking through the small example to kind of verify that things are working how we expected. And then we have the real input.txt. And I'm not going to share this part, but I'm going to grab the real input. So I already know what we're going to do. I already actually have a really good idea of what this algorithm will look like. But let's go ahead and just write it. Yeah, part 1. I wonder if I should just copy old code because it'd be so much faster, but here we are. While read-r line do done. This will read from standard in. We've done this logic a million times. Read-ra. columns, rows, whatever, things from line. Cool. They're all smushed together, aren't they? They are. So I guess we should just loop over them. Height equal, width equal, height plus plus. This goes at the bottom. Declare dash a map. This is the entire map of everything. And then width equals the length of the line. So now we're going to do a nice little C-style for loop. I equals 0, I less than width I plus plus. I'm going to say this every time. We're not going to use I, we're going to use X. We're going to be consistent. And then we're going to say map at X comma Y, which is X comma height instead. Key will be set to whatever that region letter is. And the letter is what is at line starting at X going for one character. So we're going to substring it down to one character. Now we have the char. So now we have a whole map of this thing. And now we can go through and loop over the map. Cool. So now we can do for key in map, do, done, char, we'll just do value. Value equals map, key. Sadly, I gotta go. It's 1 a.m. here. I have labs in the morning. Well, good luck, and thank you for tuning in. Sorry I couldn't stream a little bit earlier. Let's see. So we have the key and the value. Let's just echo key, echo value. This is gonna be a lot, but let's just, make sure we're on the right page here, right? Sure, that looks good enough to me. So now we will loop every element of the map. The way we do that is for y equals 0, y is less than height, y plus plus. Do for x equals 0, x less than width, x plus plus. Do, done, done. And we will get the coords equals x comma y, and the char, this is the character at that location, will be in the map. So we can just look at the coords for the char, and then we will say, x comma, or we'll say coords equal char. And this should be like x comma y equals a letter. Cool, we have it. Nice. So we have exactly what we think we're having. So the way this algorithm is going to work is we are going to start at the top left. We're going to see what letter it is, and we're going to try and find that letter in all cardinal directions. And a couple things are going to happen. We walk off the map, we're done. We walk into a region that's not ours, we have a perimeter, and we're done. We walk into a region that is ours, we don't have a perimeter, but we recursively call ourselves, and we keep going. That's what we are going to do here. So we are going to, let's call check price. We'll just call it that. We're going to check at a given set of coords, and we want to find the char for it. So, and we might have to change this later as we go, but the coords is $1. Professional programmer knows when to not use quotes in Bash. Yeah, there's so many times where quotes just aren't needed. When you're doing variable assignment, there's no quotes needed here. You're totally fine. But when you're passing as arguments, you do need it. Absolutely. Here, technically, there could be some weirdness because local is a keyword, so it's not directly variable assignment. So I can actually put something in here where it could break, but because I'm writing the code and I know my input, I'm not being overly protective. So the coords we have and the character we're looking for, check all 4 directions. And the way we do that is we break the coordinates into x, y parameters. Cool. Check north. We've literally written this logic so many times. Can I pull this logic from a different challenge? I'm pulling this logic from a different challenge. Yeah, in order to do that, we're going to have new x and new y. Check path becomes price. Want num becomes char. Good thing I program largely in the same way. Makes it very easy to just use my existing code. Cool. So once we're checking a location, we have to do bounds checking and stuff. You can see how Bad Cop has over-engineered her startup save script. I was watching it a little bit. She is wild, but she's done this for a while, so it makes perfect sense. We have to do some bounds checking. First thing we do is we do some bounds checking. If we are out of bounds, then we hit an edge. We have to keep track of this stuff because we will have a to-do to do this later. We have to keep track of all the places we've ever seen. We're never going to see the same place over again. So when we are calling check price on it, yeah, one of the first things we should do is leave if we have seen this spot before. I guess we should check bounds first. We'll check bounds, then we'll check if we've seen it. If we have seen this before, then we just return, and there's no edge here. And then we set seen coords equal to 1. We have seen this before. And we have bounds checking, that's cool. Now we need to check if where we are stepping to is the coordinate we want. We've already done this logic before. Yeah. We have our bounds. Then we've checked if we've seen it before. What we have at this location is the map at these coords. And if the have is not equal to our char, then we know that we have hit an edge. So we have 3 different places we can hit an edge. Otherwise, yeah, we're good, we're good. I'm trying to think of how we store the data. I think we have to store another array. Because the same letter can appear multiple times in different regions, we have to keep in a regions array. Region perimeter, region area, and then we'll index it based on numbers. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it that way. Yeah, let me think about this. We'll have to figure out when we bump the region number. And that's fine. I think it's going to happen down here. Yeah. If we haven't seen this block before and we're going to check it, we have to give it a new region ID. So we check it and then we increment the region ID. So every region will have a unique ID. We'll increment it after that. And then we have to just pass that in somehow. Just pass it here. So in the check price, the region number will be the 3rd argument. And this will just keep getting passed. All right, so now every time we check a new place, we're not out of bounds, we haven't seen it before, and we're still in the same region. Once we get here, increment area. So region area at region plus plus. I think we can do that. Let me pull in print array, because that's a super useful function. Okay, we got some errors here. Let's stop coding and let's figure out our errors. Map and coords. Bad array subscript at coords. Yeah, we're passing in coordinate 0, 0. Cool. And then do I get here? I do get there. Okay, so that is where it breaks. It breaks when we're calling check price again, I'd have to imagine. Xy plus 1. New x and new y. Oh, char and coords are swapped. Let's just do that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so for some reason, we kind of just walk the whole map here. So why are we walking the whole map here? It's not helpful. Let's do... figure out when check price is being called. Cool. Howdy party people. Yo, what's up? Who cares? Thank you so much for the money. That's amazing. Oh my god, you are so nice. You don't have to super chat, but I appreciate that you do. I think that's super cool. Sorry, we are in a little bit of a race for our lives here. Okay, so for some reason this thing just goes through the entire thing. I think we're missing a variable somewhere. Put a dot in front of all these. Yo, what's up, bashers? Yeah, we're missing just a variable. Char is just not being set. Why is char not being set? Why is map not working here? We're pulling it out of the map, right? What am I doing wrong? Let's see. Somehow we're just not getting char out of this. What am I doing wrong? How am I indexing that wrong? Yeah, this is just incorrect. Like there's just no A's for some reason. Yeah, those zeros aren't being set. Oh, am I just dumb? Look at this. That'll do it. Yep, okay. Okay, well, we still have a problem, but at least the check price is working way better. Now our logic here, we just have to check. If x is less than 0, x is greater than width, then we just need to return. We're done. There's nothing else to do. If y is less than 0 or y is greater than that, we have to just return. We have nothing else to do. If char is not equal to have, then we have to return. And if it's not seen, or if it is seen, we return. Okay. Yeah, we make it there with A the entire time across the board, so something we're doing is not right. Yep, we are pulling the coordinates out of the map. Oh my god, I know what's happening here. Look at this. This is math expression, but we're checking strings. They're both being cast to zeros. We have to do this. There we go. Okay, so if this is correct, those are all the regions, and that's the area of them. I love giving, and in the spirit of the holidays, it's my pleasure. Yo, I appreciate it so much. That's super cool. And I completely understand that I love giving, especially during the holidays. It just feels good. Okay, so that's all the areas of the regions. Now that we have the areas, we need to check the perimeters. And the way we do that is super easy. We just need to... let's just do this. Because it's 3 different places, we're just going to make like increment perimeter local region equals $1. We'll just do this. Cool. Increment perimeter. And we just give it the region. Cool. Make sure I spelled it right everywhere. Region perimeter. 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 Cool. Now you multiply those two numbers, so doesn't matter what it is. Len equals region area for I equals 0, I less than len, I plus plus, do, done. We have to get both. The area equals the region area at I, the parim, the product equals both those two things multiplied together. And then a cum plus equal product, echo total price is a cum equals 0. Total price is 140. Do they even have that anywhere in here? I don't even know if, like in the code, I don't even think they have the small example. Wait, maybe they do. The total price of the first example is 140. Cool, so now if we give it the example of it, we should get 1930. 1930. Uh-oh, you know what that means if we give it the real input. It calculates 1533644. You guys ready for this moment of truth? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh boy. Here we go. Hello, my friend.
Well, that was fast.
Just want to let you know that part 1 is done.
Yeah, I'm pivoting.
You're pivoting? Oh no, that's a bad sign. Or it could be a good sign. Who knows?
It'll be fine.
Oh man. All right.
Good
Oh,
luck.
I pulled up your stream. What's going on here? Oh yeah, you're
It
definitely
doesn't
going
work.
down. Yeah, you're going down the wrong path. Ooh, this is bad. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Oh man. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump on to part 2, and I wish you luck.
Good luck.
Listen, I gotta rub it in her face just a little bit, you know. But friendly competition. I'm just so glad she's willing to do this. This is so much fun, honestly. Not sure if I asked this question before. What is all your guys' favorite language? What do you think mine is? I'm all amped up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Fortunately, the elves are trying to order so much fence that they qualify for a bulk discount. That is unfortunate for me. Under the bulk discount, instead of using the perimeter to calculate the price, you need to use the number of sides each region has. Okay, I'm scared. Each straight section of fence counts as a side. Okay, so this just reduces it. Okay. Nervous, guys. The region containing type A plant has 4 sides, as does each of the regions containing plants of type B, D, and E. However, the more complex region containing the plants of type C has 8 sides. Oh, I understand now. I understand this. Oh, this sucks. A really cool problem. Here's a map that includes an E-shaped region full of type E plants. E-shaped region has an area of 17 and 12 sides, including the 2 regions full of type X plants. The map, the total price of 236. Oh boy. Be especially careful when continuing the fence around regions like the one full of type A plants. In particular, each section of fence has an inside and an outside, so the fence does not connect across the middle of the region, where 2 Bs touch diagonally, right? The elves would have used the Mobius Fencing Company instead, but their contract terms were too one-sided. That's so stupid. I like that joke. Oh, that's corny, dude. That's a dad joke. The larger example from before now has the following updated prices. Oh, guys, I'm going to be honest, this sucks. Because this is one of those problems that's so easy to explain. It's going to be so hard to code this out, because I haven't encountered anything like this. So let me think about how I would even tackle this problem. Yeah, how would I even tackle this problem? I'm gonna start making up algorithms. If you start at a thing and you just go continually in a cardinal direction, you only have one side. Like on the top of these A's, I'll only have one side until I hit the end, but it will always be 1, regardless of if I've traversed 0 or 1 or many elements. So that's a cool thing. The same goes if I'm going down. If I start at this B and I go down, I'm only gonna have one side on the left where that is the case. Is there something there? Shoot all the way in a direction and count that as a side? Like if I shoot down, I know that the left side is 1 until it gets there. Oh. Or do I need to break this puzzle into something different? Because right now I'm keeping track of the individual blocks of the puzzle. I think I need to turn this into the edges of the puzzle and keep track of them in a different way. So when I construct an edge, I can store that somewhere. I have to think about this. I actually don't immediately have a solution for this like I did for the first one. Whew. All right, we got to lock in here. What other examples do I have? Oh, God. Okay. What I could do is I could pipe this through highlight. I could highlight like V, and I could see what they look like. Highlight C. Or will this stop the first highlighting? Yeah, it will. Okay. If anyone's curious, highlight is just a alias I have to ripgrep with -- pass through. So it's a search function, but it also leaves the original data in there. So it basically just highlights it. That's what I use it for. I've seen algorithms like this. Okay, I'm not even kidding. I've done algorithms very similar to this. I have. In 2D game programming, if you have a two-dimensional grid, I've done code like this where I figure out the block of the area to reduce the calculations required for collision detection. Because if you have like 4 blocks next to each other, you're never going to collide on the internal part. So you want to figure out the external part of the block, and that's where you can put the collision. So it's a optimization technique for collisions. So when I look at something like this, that's what goes through my mind, where I see this 6x3 square. I can't really highlight it. And then I see this 3x2 square of e's, and then I see this 1e on its lonesome. So I kind of like block things out. Straight lines might also be the answer. Like if I pick a character and draw a straight line, I don't even know. There's got to be some algorithm here that I just don't know, and I'm going to have to make it up. Because if I just keep drawing straight lines as much as I can to go around the perimeter of something. Wait, yeah. This will always work. This will always work. Let me think about this. Because I know where all the regions are. Start at any arbitrary point or region and work my way around the outside of it. So the way I would calculate the outside is I have to keep track of what block I'm looking at, but I have to keep track of which cardinal direction in that block I'm looking at. I have to scale the perimeter of it. I have to walk the perimeter of it, which makes sense. This is how you do this in real life. You would walk the perimeter of something and count the number of turns you made. Oh my God, you would walk the perimeter and count the number of turns you made. Jesus, I just had to picture a person doing it. I've literally done work like this, and this is going to sound so stupid. When I was younger, helping my dad put up a fence, like, this is literally that problem. Wow. Pick an arbitrary spot, like up here. We walk down, and that's a whole side. We have to turn to the left, that's another side. Turn up, that's a side. Turn right, that's a side. Yeah, because if you walk a straight line, when you hit the end, you have to do something. You have to be able to turn. We should always try and turn. Okay. Pick a side, pick a direction. Right, clockwise, 90 degrees. So if we start at this E, we go up, we can't go up. We go right, we can't go right. We go down, we can go down. We keep walking down because we can go down. Well, let's not even think about how to calculate the answer. We go down, we can't go down anymore. So now we go to the left because we turn clockwise 90 degree. Turn clockwise 90 degree, clockwise 90 degree. Keep turning clockwise, but we have to detect that we won't ever go back the way we came. Oh, so this is interesting. So when we're moving as a block, we can't go back the way we came. No, we can. We can. Because what if something like this C down here, this exists in an island. So we actually have to walk down into the sea. We'll try to go down. We can't. We'll try to go right. We can't. We'll try to go back up. We can. So we can walk back in the same direction. I have to think. So I'm so close. How do you always stay on the perimeter or something? Because it's not, you can't just think of a block. You have to think of the edge of the block. The edges are very key here. And if you've ever done like graph stuff with edges and stuff, like, I'm so sorry, it's so confusing. Algorithms are very graceful when you have them working, but to get there, they're quite something. Okay, let's start over. We're here. We're looking at the left edge. There's nowhere for us to go, so that's just one edge. We look up. There's nowhere for us to go. It's like a maze when you always turn in the same direction. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what we are going to do. And we just have to make sure, like when we snake through this maze, that we don't get in a weird loop. Like, because, okay, we have to turn, we have to go this way. Okay, now we ran out of places to go, so we go up. And then if we go this way, well, we don't actually want to keep going forward. We want to hug the left wall. So it's like, can we write an algorithm like that? Let me think about this. If you're going in a direction, we're going to always want to go straight. And if we can't, we're going to want to go to the right. No, because that just gets us into a loop. We have to figure out how to hug the outside. How do you hug the outside always? Well, how do you define that in code? Yeah, because this thing has all possible, like when you're at this thing, where do you go? You have all possible things. I mean, I'm thinking about Minesweeper now. This can be filtered out. This E is useless when it comes to the perimeter of it, because we basically just circumvent that E completely. Yeah. So when it comes time to figure out where to walk next, we're never really going to walk. We're never going to walk to a place that's on the inside. Like, if this is surrounded by like 4 different things, why would we ever walk there? Because it won't have, it's not connected to any sides. Yeah, we just need a perimeter walking algorithm. Walk all the way this way until we can't anymore. Then we take a turn. Walk there. We don't want to turn right again. We don't want to go down to this spot. We need to always stay on the outside. How do you make sure that you are staying on the outside? This one's tough. I wonder if diagonals have to come into play. Like I'm thinking, once you turn right, your next goal should be to turn left. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that makes sense. I'm trying to think of a way to unravel the perimeter on this. Or we could keep track of every perimeter we've ever seen. We could keep track of every perimeter we've ever seen with some metadata about each thing we've seen. Its X position, its Y position, if it's up, down, left, or right. Let me think about this. Every time we see an edge, keep track of it. Keep track of its X, its Y, and its position from where it is. And then it... I have to think about this. This is what I do. I picture in my head. This is how I solve this problem. Okay. So if we have a list of every single edge that we've encountered, we know that if the edges are on the same X coordinate and the same direction, so it's the edges on the top of the block or the left or the right, if it's on the top and it's on the bottom and they're on the same X coordinate and they're all contiguous, we reduce that to just 1. Yeah, I wonder if we could calculate all of the lines, basically draw the perimeter. So calculate all of the lines that'll be on the top of the block. So north of this R would be one side, north of this R is one side, and there are no other one sides with north. I think we have to do that. I think we have to keep track of every edge we encounter plus its direction, its cardinality. So up, down, left, right. We can just use those characters for up, down, left, right. Okay, I did make a part 2. What counts as a perimeter and what doesn't? Going by the rules of like the first thing, the perimeter is where it encounters. So like for R, using R as an example, where R touches I, that's 1. You add 1 to the perimeter. Where it touches here, that's 2 to the perimeter. Where this R touches that I, that's 3 to the perimeter. So basically just draw a line around all the R's and add them up, and that's the perimeter. But now we don't want the perimeter, we want the number of sides. So the number of sides will be less than or equal to the perimeter. Hopefully I explained that well. So let's see. Increment perimeter. Okay. So every time we do this, we have encountered a edge. No, we've walked off. Okay. Yeah, we need all perimeters for every region. I think we need a region coordinates string that holds all of them, and then we can check them all. I have to think about how to do this. I might have to move some of this bounds checking logic. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to change the bounds checking logic. What's up, man? Not using Copilot. Get out of here. I'm using my brain. Yeah, so we are going to visit everything we encounter, every coordinate. If we haven't seen it before, we are going to visit it, and that's all we do. Okay, so now we're going to figure out where to go. We'll just add a new one. I'm out of ideas, I think. No. No. Yeah, we have to approach this differently. Increment perimeter. Check price. Change this to find regions. Okay, so this will go through and find all of the regions, and then we will keep track of the region perimeter and the region area. No. Okay. Yeah, so this will find all of the regions, and then at the end of this, we will have the region area, and what we should do is we should have the region coords, which will be a little bit confusing, but we're going to make a giant string of everything that fits in the region. This is wild. This would be nice for a nested array, but we don't have that. Yeah. So we're adding the coords with a space. Cool. So now at the end of this, every region should have a list of all the coordinates in that region. So we get nothing. Oh, we never saved it back. Man, I love puzzles. This is so much fun, actually. There we go. Look, there's a list of all the coordinates that that region knows about. Cool, and if you add that all up, it should be 16. Honestly speaking, these quizzes, to solve them, it would be more fun to get a pen and draw the concept. Programming it later, just a matter of time. Boring. I think it'd be fun to actually get a pen and actually write out what you're doing. I do try to do that and not reach for the code right away, but programming is still fun. I think solving with code is interesting. There are so many ways to. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I also even agree with the first part. Get a pen and paper. Get a whiteboard. Draw out your design. I sit here and think through my designs. Yeah, but I love coding them. Also, quick question. How does my audio sound, everyone? I got some notes on my last video that it was quiet, so I put a compressor on, and it should sound better. Hopefully I don't sound blown out or anything, but it should be good, and it should be coming through these. Okay, it's coming through that mic. Sorry, I just looked at the levels. Hopefully it's loud, but not too loud. Because I guess my last streams were very quiet. Cool, so what do we have here? We have a list of all the coordinates in the region. So, awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that it sounds good. I trust your opinion when it comes to it. You're one of the chatters who, like, I'm going to trust you if you tell me it's good or whatever. You guys do the rubber ducky thing? Yeah, of course. What do you think chat is to me? For region... for all chords in region chords.
Okay, I'm caught up. That was rough.
Yo, nice. Heck yeah. Welcome. Nice job. Did you like run into anything stupid, or did you have to rethink the whole thing?
I ran into so many stupid things.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Oh man. Have you looked at what part 2 is?
I just opened it.
Well, I've been silent this whole time. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not thrilled with it.
I noticed you haven't finished, so it must not be straightforward.
I don't think it's straightforward. If it is, then I'm overlooking something very obvious. But it is understanding the problem very easy. Coding the problem, I have no idea.
Okay, this is my chance.
Yep, exactly. So you can redeem yourself here. All right, well,
good luck.
Yep, good luck. All right, gamers, we're back. All right, here we go. No, she's caught up. I don't like this, but we have a head start. Read-RA, all chords from all chords. I think we can do this. I don't think there's a race condition here. There might be a race condition here. There's not a race condition there. What's happening here? Yeah, that's working. Why is it not reading that to an array? Oh, pfft. Look at that. Typo. Still broken. Yeah, wow, typo a lot. Okay, cool. Now we have an array of all the coordinates for the region. So, actually, I don't even think we need the region. We just know what all the chords are. So there should always be at least one chord. So the char should be the map at all chords at 0. Syntax error. I saw it. Is this valid syntax? Oh no, it's not valid syntax. There we go. Let's break these out into arguments or into easier things. First equals all coords at spot 0. Char equals map at first set of coords, echo char. Why is that not working? First is going to be unset, but why is it unset? It's not unset. Oh, because, yeah, I put an exclamation mark here. I'm stupid. There we go. We are making progress. Cool. So now we have a region to check. Count the number of sides in this region. Now the way we are going to do this is we are going to walk through everything in this region and keep track of where it has a side. And I think we do that in 4 directions. I think we do it in 4 directions like we do it here. So, for coord in all coords, do done. Then we check all of the locations around it. And the way we can check if they're defined, because they're either going to be defined or they're going to be undefined because we're walking out of bounds, but this is good. This is really good. Sometimes use AI to get me unstuck, but I like to try myself first. Yeah, dude, it's all about trying. Like, people think I'm an AI doomer, and I'm really not. I'm not against it, but don't mock your own intelligence. Just use your brain first. It's a muscle that's fun to exercise. Also, like it for mundane stuff, like convert the list to a markdown table. I can totally understand. I think AI is really good at translating from one thing to another thing. It's good at transmuting data. How old are you? Me, 36 about. The streaming man, it's around 50. Do you think I'm around 50? Is that how old do you think I am? Because, what's it, you said you're 36? I will be there in less than a month. So we're going to check up. Have char equals map at new x comma new y if char equals have char, then phi. If it's not equal, if these are not equal, that means that we have hit a perimeter. So we'll have to keep track of all perimeters that we've seen here for this. Perims equals new array. We'll redefine it for each region. Perims plus equal x comma y comma, and this is y plus 1, so this is the down direction. So there is a perimeter at the down direction. This is incredibly verbose, but I don't care. That's what we're going to do here. If there's one here, then there's one at the up position. If there's one here, then there's one at the right position. And if there's one here, then there's one at the left position. By the way, is the cannon hard or are you using something? What are you talking about? I don't know what that means. Cool. So now we have all of the perimeters echo. Oh no, we just have all the perims. Perims. Okay. So for each region, here are all of the perimeters that we know about. At 4,4, there's a perimeter down. At 4,4, there's a perimeter up. At 4,4 is a perimeter right. And at 4,4 is a perimeter to the left. This is clearly wrong. This is clearly wrong. Let's figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, I just do new x and x. Read dash r ifs equals comma read dash r chord. That's what's happening here. I just wasn't reading the data. Saying nonsense. All right, man, it's all good. After visiting LinkedIn. Yeah, I don't use that site. I don't even know what happens on LinkedIn. I have no interest in using that. Okay, this is clearly wrong still. Oh, I probably should give it a variable name, shouldn't I? I should probably give it x and y, right? This looks more accurate. Yeah, there's only one perimeter to the left of this, one perimeter to the right, and there should be perimeter and up, down on all four categories. Okay, cool. We have a list of all the perimeters now. Cool. We do reset perimeters right here when we get to a new region, so we're okay there. I was just not defining x and y because I'm stupid. All right, cool. We have a list of all of the perimeters for that region. Now that we have that, we have to figure out how to go through this data and figure out the number of sides. So the way we can do that is we have to find we have to do 4 directions. All of the things that have, oh God, I think we might have to brute force this. Not brute force it, but like all of the things that have the same x coordinate, if they have an up perimeter or a down perimeter and they are contiguous, then it's a side. And we can unset it from the perims because we've already thought about it. Yeah, I think we want to do it this way. So when we want to calculate all downward perims, we need to loop over all places the regions could be in. How big is the real input? It's only 140. What we can do is we can get the max y and the max x. That's actually the way to do this. We just need to set this to a no. Here's what we'll do. This is part 2, yes. Here's what we're going to do. We have min x. We're going to calculate these. So we're just going to make it a little bit faster. If dash z max x and x is greater than max x, then x equals max x. Cool. What do I do? Is it this? Precise. Okay, I'm just not thinking. No, percent S is going to yell at me because I highlighted it. I don't know. Can't think. We're just going to do this. All right, that was somehow so much easier to do. Max y, y is greater than max y, y is less than min y. So no, cool. Now at the end of this, we should have a min y and a max y. I'm setting these backwards. Cool, so now we have a min x and a min y. So we can do this. For x equals min x, x less than or equal to max x, x plus plus do. For y equals yeah, because why would I want to do it this way? I'd probably want to loop over the perims that we have. Actually, there's no reason to keep track of them all separately. We could have 4 arrays. Yeah, we could have 4 arrays instead of having perims. I'll leave the max x, max y, but I don't even think we need it. Let's do this. Cool. Then we can do something like for perim. I wonder if we can even go deeper. Yeah, hold on. We're getting there. Make them associative arrays. And instead of pushing them in, we'll just set the key equal to something. Maybe we care about it, maybe we don't. That's what we'll do. Okay, so now we can do a quick lookup of the keys. Grab a single key and try to find the neighbors. We're going to do this in an infinite while loop until I figure out the condition. That's kind of how I program. So we'll grab a single key. We'll call it first because it's arbitrary. We'll check the up direction first. Up perims. I think this will give us all of the keys, so we'll just grab the first one here. If -z first, meaning there's nothing in there, then we break because there's nothing for us to do. Okay. Okay, so now that we have the first, we can read the x and y from it. And all we care about is, because we're trying to see what has the down perimeter, we only care about the x, and we want the x to branch out in multiple directions, and we're going to throw them out. Okay. For, let's call x try, or new x, we'll call it new x because that's our binary convention. New x equals x. New x less than or equal to max x. New x plus plus. Do. Done. Thing. We'll try to grab it out of that up perims. At the key will be new x, comma, whatever the current y coordinate is at the key. We'll try to grab it out of this thing. If it's not there, then we break from this because we're done. But if it was there, throw it out. We just throw it out. We don't count it. We don't want to check this again. We don't care about it. We're going to unset. Oh, I said up perims. I think I was thinking of down perims, but it doesn't matter. Up perims key. We're going to throw it out. That's what we're going to do. Cool. And then we get down here. We're going to unset up perims at first. And we're going to increment sides. And we're going to do this until there's nothing left. We found 0 upsides. Okay, well, that's not right. But I like this logic. I really like this logic. There's something here. We didn't get there. Okay. Why are we not getting anything in up perims? X comma Y. Does this not work? This might not work. How do we just grab one of the keys? We could do this. I know this syntax will work. Okay, that was better. We found 4 upsides. And that should be region 0, which is A. There should be 1 upside. If we are going left and right, that means the X coordinate needs to change, but the Y coordinate needs to stay the same. We didn't throw out any keys. Okay. We're not finding anything at these new coordinates. Let's print array on up perims, because that's what we're actually using. Okay, we do have up perims. They all have the same Y coordinate, but they have different X coordinates. So we should be discovering them as part of this basic discovery. But we're not. Up perims. Zero comma blank. Yeah, okay, so that's why. The Y is broken here. Why is the broken here? Zero comma zero. Oh, comma, comma! Comma, comma, comma. Oh my god, I'm going crazy. We found 3 upsides. Hey, that's still wrong. But it's better. We should throw out 3 things. I'm guessing my max logic is bad. I wonder if we should just do this. Because we set it at the thing, we're just looking in a direction. It doesn't actually matter what the max is. We are looking... What is this doing? We're looking to the right here. So while it's less than width. Yeah, okay. And then we also need to do this. There's going to be so much copying and pasting here. It's grotesque. Okay, we found 1 upsides. Cool. Y'all ready for this? Done it 4 times. Check upsides. Check down sides. Cool. Check left sides. This is where the logic will have to change. Because instead of new x, we want new y to be set to y. While new x is less than height, new y plus plus. Yeah, that's right. No, we're checking left. So let's just change this. Change it to right. Cool. So we did check right, now we're doing check left, okay? In order to check left, we change the y instead of yeah, less than height. New y less than height. New y plus plus. Oh, I see the problem here. There's going to be some undefined variables, but we'll figure that out as we get to them. We found total sides for region char. Probably index the regions, but because the numbers will be letter or different. I check out. Have a great day, my dudes. It's Wednesday after all. Yeah, have a good night, man. Okay, we have a total of 4 sides. There's so much copy and pasted code here. Oh my god, don't judge me. What do we call this up here? Region chords, region area, region sides. Okay, for all coordinates, no, we have to do for region in, loop over that, all coords. Actually, we'll just do this. Okay, now we know. Okay. Now when we get down here, we know that we found sides total. And then we had something up here, right? Region underbar sides. And then to get that, instead of the parim, we had to get sides, region underbar sides, and that should work. Let's get rid of some calls to PRR. Okay, 4 total sides, 6 total sides, total price is 0. Okay, well that's clearly wrong. Oh, region area, this should be region sides. No, region area is fine. Okay, and just something is wrong here. Where am I getting the total price of 0? Oh, prim. Total price is 88. I'm going to pull up the web browser. Part 2. Total price of 80. So close. Regions A through E have price 16, 16, 32, 4, and 12. Okay, well that sucks. Let me figure out what we're doing wrong. Our total price is a little bit off. And still times the number of sides. Okay, so I'm doing that right. Part 2. Okay, so let's see. For A, it found 4 total sides. That's correct. For B, it found 6 total sides. That's incorrect. For C, it found 8 total sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's correct. For D, it found 4 total sides. And for E, it found 4 total sides. Okay, so the problem one is B. B, it found 6 sides when it should be 4. Okay. So we know B is the problem. So let's go ahead and just go up here. Char equal B or continue. This way we could just debug it. Cool. So this algorithm is finding 6 sides for B when it should be whatever. I don't think we use these max X or max Y's anymore, so let's go ahead and just trash those. What we can do, we have sides, we could do this. Up sides equals 0. Down sides, we're gonna really dig into this. Right sides and left sides. And then down here, we're going to do sides equals right sides plus left sides plus down sides plus up sides. Right is right sides. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. We found 0 total sides. Oh, because I'm not actually incrementing those numbers. Yep, that's correct. So this should be left sides plus plus, right sides plus plus, down sides plus plus, up sides plus plus. We found 6 total sides. There's 2 sides on the left, 2 sides on the right, 1 on top and 1 on bottom. Okay, so that is incorrect. There should only be 1 side on the left and 1 side on the right. So our left and right logic is wrong. And they're largely copy and pasted. So let's go ahead and figure out why. Let's work on the left side first. Yep, we grab from the left perims. We grab the first thing from it. If there's nothing there, then we break out of it. Fine. We read the x and y. We modify the y. New y equals y. New y is less than height. New y plus plus. So we're going up this time. X comma new y, that looks right. We grab a thing from left perims at that thing. If it's not set, then we break out of this loop. We're done looking. Otherwise, we unset left perims at that key. That makes perfect sense. New y equals y. New y is greater than equal to 0. New y minus minus. X comma new y. Thing equals left perims key. This all looks right to me. This all looks right to me. So let's go ahead and figure out what's going on here. Checking 1 comma 2, checking 1 comma 1, and checking blank. Well, checking blank, oh no, checking blank is fine. Starting value of y minus 1 maybe in the second loop. Oh, we throw it out here. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. Because we're always starting at the same thing. All the loops are a little bit off, aren't they? We don't want to start checking the thing that we are. We want to actually start checking 1 away from it. We want to start 1 away from it. So the new x shouldn't be x. It should be x is plus 1 because plus plus. X minus 1 because it's minus minus. This is a really easy way to do it. I just look at to see if it's plus plus or minus minus. I think this is right. It's always plus 1 minus 1. Good call. Five total sides. Okay, so right is off, but left is correct. That's interesting. I wonder if I just like did something wrong. So if we're going to the right, or we're checking the perimeters on the right side. The way we do it is by incrementing the y. So first we're going to check downwards, and that means we're keeping the x the same. We're going down the y value, and we're looking to the right. Checking right side of 0, comma 2. Checking right side of 0, comma 1. Checking right side of blank. Okay. Should be the same thing. Yep. Perfect. And it shouldn't get to the second one. Perfect. So we're in 0, comma 2. Now we're going to check 0, comma 3. We're at 0, comma 1. Now we're going to check 0, comma 2. Shouldn't that have printed twice no matter what? Yeah, this break should break out of the for loop. Oh, we just don't even make it in here, yeah, because we're already outside of the bounds to check. Okay. Zero in the x, 1 in the y, 0 in the x, 2 in the y, yeah. So why is it checking the right side of the... Why is that wrong? How should it shouldn't get there. Yeah, the fact that it checks the right side of 0, comma 2 should lead it to 0, comma y as part of that. This checked 0, comma 3, but it didn't check the other one. Why didn't it check the other one? While the new y is less than height, because it can never be there, and the new y is greater than 0. Something's off. It's just an off by 1 thing, and I have to figure out where it is. Yeah, checking right side of 0, comma 2. So x is 0, y is 2. So we only do the first one. Yeah, so y is 2. So in this example, new y equals 3, while 3 is less than height. The height is 4. In this case, if y is equal to 2, now y is equal to 1, while new y is greater than... Wait, what's going on here? What is this? What is that? Yeah, what the heck was that? New y greater than equal... Yeah, exactly that. Like, what is that? That can't be right. That looks better. Found 4 total sides. Hey, okay. That looks way better. Total price is 80. And what was it supposed to be? 80. Oh my god, it's supposed to be 80. We got 88 last time. Okay, so if we give it the example input that they gave us, wait, the example input may have changed. Yeah, they gave us a bunch of different examples. I'm going to copy and paste some different examples in here. We'll call this one e.text, because it's literally just a bunch of e's and x's. This one should have a total price of $368. $236. Okay, so that one's wrong. No, sorry. No. Oh my god. No, wait, I can't read. 236. 236. It's this AB one that should have 368. Vim ab.text. 368 is what we want. Let's go. All right, you know what that means. Real input. Didn't think about how long this will take to run. It's done. This is the total price of it using part 2. You ready? Moment of truth. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Whew. Whew. Bad cop, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to do. Bad cop, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to do. Hello, my friend.
Oh, I'm so close.
Oh, are you?
No.
Oh, why would you lie to me? Oh my
I don't
god.
know. I've gotten the right answer on some examples, but I'm struggling with the E's and the X's example.
Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, I have e.text. 236, I think, is what you're supposed to get.
Yeah, I sure don't.
Oh man, well, I'm gonna relish in this redemption. Oh, I feel good about this. Oh my god. Whoa, what are you doing on your stream? Pipe fix, pipe sort, pipe dedupe, pipe swap. We think about code so differently. You are so more Unix brain than I am.
I'm trying to do this the fun way.
Yeah, no, I love this. This is like incredible.
But it's not
to
working.
Look at. I mean, like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's okay. It works for some examples.
I feel like.
Also, I don't want to steal the thunder here. If you want to work on this without my interruption, I can.
Oh, you're
I can be
good.
quiet. All right, sick.
But I am just gonna keep trying random things until it works.
That's cool. I can just talk with your chat. How's everyone doing?
-1. Something has gone wrong here. There's edges missing. Where have the missing edges gone? How did you figure out part 2?
Oh my god. By copying and pasting code 4 times for each cardinal direction.
Yeah, that's classic.
Yep. So what did I do? I kept track of so I kept track of a list of regions. So I had an array of each region. So it was like, region 0, region 1, region 2. Mm-hmm. And I kept track of all the coordinates inside that region. So I could say like, okay, in region 0, it has these coordinates. Yeah, then I looked through each coordinate and I checked to see if there was a perimeter above it, below it, to the right, or to the left. So I kept track of every single coordinate, plus if it had a side on its right, left, up, or down. So basically 4x'd my data there. And then, so I kept that in a special array where it's like, x, comma, y, comma, up, down, left, right, one of the 4. Then
literally that, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, I can see it. So I do exactly that. And then I just create a bunch of loops at the bottom. We're like, okay, now I'm going to check how many down sides there are. So I arbitrarily pick a coordinate from my list. I just literally pick the first one. And then I take its x and y coordinate. I'm like, okay, if I want to check how many up, edges there are, I have to move left and right. So I have to try starting at the spot that I am, move as far right as I can until I no longer have an upside, move as far left as I can until I no longer have an upside. And then I know I have one side and I can remove all those from the array. It's kind of a lot. I threw a lot at you. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to do similar things. So like on the screen right now,
Yeah.
these are all of the edges.
Okay.
Um, and so like the 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 left column is the direction, the middle is the X, the right is the Y,
Gotcha.
and I'm
Okay. Yeah.
trying to sort them. And then um, if I have this dedupe function that says, if the X of this coordinate is the same as the previous coordinate and the y is different by 1, then we should probably collapse them into one edge
Okay.
is the idea.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you're
But I
basically, yeah,
think,
you're looking for contiguous blocks then if they're just one close to the
yeah,
other. Yeah.
I think I've lost some edges somewhere or something because for some reason when I collapse everything,
Are you getting less than you expect?
well, yeah, it's right for the um the bottom edges. So like we've got this has 3 bottom edges for the E's. One there, one there, one there. One left edge.
Right. This looks
5
good.
right edges.
Yeah.
And then way too many up edges.
Okay.
So what happened? Only one of them is seemingly wrong. And
And
I just don't know.
you're getting negative numbers?
Well, negative because it's just using the square of how to say, like an edge of E would be on one of the X cells, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
So some of the edges are outside, and then that's why they're negative.
Oh,
'Cause
okay. I
they're
see.
like,
You're keeping track of where the edges are. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I imagined each block just had a property of up, down, left, and right. So the edge would be at 2 comma 2, but it would be on the right side of 2 comma 2. So I imagine the edges as being interior, and that way I only had to loop over the blocks inside a region, and I was aware of all the edges for that block.
yeah, it's strange that I've got like -1, 1, -1, 1. Did this just sort bad or something? Like I don't. Oh, maybe it's just sorting bad, and that's why.
It's so weird. Your code is so
This might not be how to do
weirdly readable.
sorting. I can never remember. How do you tell sort what the delimiter is?
Isn't it sort dash K? D? I don't know. Sort's different on different operating systems.
True.
I think it's K on Linux with core utils.
Yeah, there's like some confusing key def thing that you gotta. Key def is F dot C field number and see a character position in the field. Okay, so is it like K? Wait, which one came first? See. So I like K comma? Nope. Do you need the dot?
Chat, you can't hear
Or
me,
is it
but,
like
we are watching a
do they
bash
all go
wizard.
together?
This is
I don't
crazy
know.
to do everything through pipes this way. I just approach it
Can
like
you
a C
sort
program.
how? comma separated. Right, we're gonna go to the Google machine. Dash T? What is dash T?
I'm learning so much. This is wild. I didn't know sort had dash T.
I didn't see a dash T.
Oh, I logged into my Linux machine and there is a dash T. It's dash dash field separator. That's the long version of it.
Use sep instead of non-blank. Okay, we can try that. T comma. I don't think that fixed it.
Oh yeah, sorted or dash T is absolutely not portable. I don't have it on my Mac at all.
Well, the good news is it doesn't even help. I've got a bunch of sort commands in my last year. NK3 SK2. What's an S? Aha, here's one. K2N K1N R. Should I just swap the the things to be
I've used
separated by space?
yeah, I've used awk in the past to rewrite data just to make sort happy.
All right, how are we looking now? No, it's still like sorting weird. It doesn't start at 0, right? I wouldn't think. Why are you sorting so weird?
Yeah, I was gonna say I pushed my solutions to my GitHub if you want to take a look, but I think we approach this very differently. I don't even know if it'd be helpful, to be honest.
Can sort not do negative numbers, maybe?
I think you can. You might have to. Do you have sort dash n to let it know that you want numbers?
It is doing numbers, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just try incrementing both these by 1. Maybe it doesn't like negative numbers. That would be interesting.
I feel like it should. I kind of want to test that now. I'm gonna log into a Linux machine and see.
I think it's working now. So I need to take that. I get 12. Okay. Hold on. I just make this parim.
Yeah, it looks like sort minus n can at least handle negative numbers, so verified that much.
Okay, now I get 236 for that one.
Nice.
I think I'm ready. Let me go back to sample2.txt and make sure I didn't break it. 1259? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. I don't think that's right. Well, this is something. Okay, you know what? I wish these were in the same order as the example, so I could compare them more easily.
Hey, stream, real quick. She's muted. Is her volume good relative to mine? Like, do we sound like relatively the same volume? Like, if you were listening to a podcast of this, would it sound good?
13 times 8 for E
I'm not
is
teasing a
what I've
podcast.
got wrong now. And whoa, 5, I've got what? It's broken. It's
Oh
over.
no. Oh no.
Um, Fun.
Thank you, my chat friends.
Which one was wrong? Seventh one and the ninth one.
It's just funny. You're doing exactly what I did. I had it like broken on like some index, and I just literally put that exact line in there.
What could be wrong?
It is cool the way you do this, where you save it and then it automatically runs it in the other pane. I get yelled at by my chat because I'm constantly exiting Vim and running it and going back into Vim, and people get upset.
Yeah. I feel like you should at least, you could background Vim, right?
Yep, you can control Z it, but yep.
But who am I to talk when I can't even solve this problem? So, not even a real bash user.
Oh my god. No, I believe in you. You got this. But I am getting made fun of in my chat. Someone said you're gonna have to step up your effects game, Dave. She's sandwiching multiple layers. Yeah, I know. It's impressive. It's actually impressive. I don't do anything like that. I have like a static image.
I don't even know what this example looks like. Did I break one of the easier ones? Can we look at like sample 3? Oh wait, what? Oh, because of this. Gotta wait for the train to go by.
They really just sabotage you. That's so brutal.
It gives you time to think.
That is nice, yeah.
236? I think that one's still right. What other examples do we have? $368? Yep. Easy. Why can't my input just look like one of these? $80? Yep. There was another one, but I think I already did it. The X and O one. Yeah, all of the examples except for that crazy one are working,
Interesting. Okay.
which is annoying.
So the crazy one is just the last example on the list, right? Yeah. The RICF one.
And it's the knees that are giving me trouble, I think. Okay, ease. These ease? I think so. Oh yeah, there's two edges on the bottom, but there shouldn't be. There should only be one. So that's weird. Um, there's three left edges, which is right. Two right edges, that's not right. There's only one. Three up edges is right. Weird. Something to do with the edge of the grid, maybe? It's weird that it's these two sides.
You could try taking a portion of that and putting it into like your own sample text document, like just the E's and maybe some stuff around it. Turn everything else into A's. Yeah, just grab that like section in C maybe if that triggers the problem.
Seven. Oh, this. Let's see. What did you want me to do?
Yeah, that's it.
Not E is A. Great.
Perfect.
I gotta ask, did you complete day 7 and 11 part 2? I did, yeah. Oh. I don't remember what they were, but
Well, day 11, part 2, we finished yesterday, and by we,
I
I mean
know, and I don't remember it.
you finished, and I didn't quite get there with that ridiculous tree and then that ridiculously simple Python solution.
Interesting. I don't seem to have the same problem here,
Huh.
I think. So I've got just one edge. That is fascinating. We have some sort of local issue going on here. That could be fun. I doubt it, right? Like
I hope not.
what in here could even do something like that?
I mean, in your loops like fix, you don't declare X, Y, and
But
D
these
as local.
no, but they're
They're not even being used anywhere. Yeah.
but they're like like because they're
Oh, you're right.
in the
There's
pipeline.
because they're in the pipeline. Yeah, good
They
call.
don't. I mean, I could still do it, but there's simply no way.
Yeah, it can't be that, but hey, why not? You're here.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Okay, phew.
I would actually be upset if it was. Yeah.
All right. Let's. Our initial data. Okay, hold on. We need. Oh, I still got this dash T. What the fuck? Could you be causing problems? No. Ten. Wait, what? 10, 8, 9? The fuck do you say to me? That's not sorted. It's not sorted at all.
It's not sorted numerically.
Are these the other numbers? No, you can't. It's supposed to. So the way my understanding of if you specify multiple keys is this is like a tiebreak thing.
Oh, okay.
Is it maybe oh, maybe it's like this actually. No. Uh there's some way to do okay, hold on. Can you sort tiebreak? How do you do it?
Yeah, I don't know. You're in no man's land here. Let me rephrase. You're in an area where Dave Eddy doesn't know how to solve it.
Oh, you might need them in the reverse order. So it might be
Oh,
K3N, K2N, K1. No, that doesn't look right. No, it looks like it sorted them in reverse order. Okay. So K1 should be sorting them by the,
the letter.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
2N doesn't change anything, which is weird. Because I thought it was supposed to.
I'm gonna look up some sort man page stuff too. I'm curious now. I don't know GNU sort at all.
K2. Yeah, it's just not sorting it right. That's really what's going wrong here.
Yeah, I'm looking into some. I'm just testing on my own Linux, and we're gonna see what's going on here. You can give sort multiple keys?
Yeah,
Interesting.
just what does it do? It doesn't seem like it does anything. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too. I'm trying to figure out how to do what you're doing. Sorting by letter first and then numeric after. Did you try it? Someone's in my chat saying capital V? I don't even know what that is. Oh, natural sort. Oh, yeah, you told me about this. Sorry, not you. The person in my chat did.
Oh, that's dumb.
What do you have to do?
So I added a comma one.
Okay.
Um, what I think the key takes position one, optionally comma position two. So I think what it was doing is it was since it was like going from one to the end of the line because that's the default. So you have to tell it, no, I
Oh,
just want you to do key one.
I see. For start and stop position. Okay, yeah.
So it's like this. I also
I,
want my
s-
dash EU back.
I see.
So
Yeah.
that'll
So,
8,
well,
9, 10. Yep.
okay, you have to do that if you want to specify like the end with it. Oh, okay, interesting.
Wow. All
It's
right, where
crazy
does
that
that leave us?
it's crazy that it worked for
Yeah,
so many
that
of your
works.
examples. Like all your examples worked, but this
I
last
think
one.
because a lot of them just like got naturally, because a lot of them were smaller than 10 by 10. So the
Yeah.
dictionary sort works fine.
Yeah.
That's probably why the negative one. Let's bring back the negative one. I think that'll explain that too. Yeah, 12 of 6. Okay. I think we're there now. I think it was
Nice.
really just sorting problems the whole way down. Uh, there we go.
Very
I did
nice.
it.
Congratulations. Heck
All right, the
yeah.
real question is how fast does yours run?
That's a good question. Let me see. Here, I'll share it to my stream. I think I have a lot of debug printing. I wonder if I should just remove those. Let's see.
I'm at 4 seconds.
4 seconds. Let me remove some of this debug printing I have. Let's see.
It does do a number of forks. It's not a huge number.
Oh, it still printed a whole bunch of stuff. 6 seconds. 5.9.
Oh,
Look at that. You got me beat.
I think your
Cringe.
computer's probably faster too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got the like the M1 Max Studio crazy fast thing, so I would hope so. I'm just looking at Bash minus X to see if there's anything obvious I could speed up, but
Wow, yours finishes if you do bash minus X. I want to try that. Or are you doing that on the sample?
oh, I control seated. I did not let it finish with Bash minus
Oh,
X.
okay.
Yep, no,
Let me do that on the sample. See where that gets us.
that's not bad.
Yeah, pretty reasonable. I've got some colons in here. That's real good code. Uh,
Amazing.
that was I had this condition and I realized it was backwards, and I was like, I ain't inverting all that.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I've done that. I have done that exact same thing. Not even kidding. Yep. And then I get stuck because when I'm in Bash, I will sometimes just forget to put something in the if statement, and I'm like, oh right, I need a command there. I need something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I do true instead of colon, but it's the same idea. God, that's so funny. Oh yeah, I could probably speed this up, but you know what? I'm happy with 6 seconds.
6 seconds is pretty good for day 12, part two.
Yeah, for advent of code, 6 seconds is good. I'll take it.
Wait, there's bash dash x. I've been commenting, uncommenting, set minus x. Yeah, you can do either one.
Yep, bash minus x will just start it in that mode. But yeah, I totally use set minus x. Sometimes I'll write scripts where I'll take like a debug flag, and if you give it the debug flag, all it does is set minus x.
I want to make like I might post this on Twitter. The bell curve meme with set minus e. Like I feel like everyone who's intermediate with Bash is like, oh, you got to put step minus E in all your scripts. Like,
Yes.
it's going to prevent so many errors. And then it's like, no, actually, you don't want that.
Dude, yes. Oh my god, yes, please do that because I have to like I talk to my coworkers about it. They're always like, "Yeah, put set minus E and everything." I'm like, "No. No, it'll break in so many weird ways that you're not ready
Yeah,
for."
it's if you
Yeah.
read the block of text that describes step minus E in the manual, it's like insane to grok what the fuck is even
Yeah.
saying.
And the problem is I teach like sometimes people will learn things from me so they have a mismatch of like really basic shell notation but like really advanced features. So they'll try to use like, parenthesis parenthesis increment a number like I plus plus and they're like, "How come my script breaks?" It's like, "Because you have set minus E." Like, why would that cause it to break? Because that expression has a return code which matches the number. And it's like, "Well, why would it do that?" It's like, because normally you don't check that return code. Like everything has a return code. Oh man.
Well, except for compound expressions and all these other special case it's yeah, it's such a
Oh,
mess.
I think I was complaining to you about this too. Like I tried to write some program to print an array. So I was using local -n or declare -n for the name ref. And if you create a circular name reference, it prints a warning. The bash source code, I've looked through it, it prints to standard error, and then it returns 0. I'm like, come on. Like, I get that it's just a warning, but it's a circular reference. You can't continue. That's an error. That's not a warning. Oh, man. Oh, bash.
I'm storing so many extra variables for. Oh, how did you part one? Because you did it pretty fast.
Let's see what I did. Let's see. I'm sharing it on my stream. I did. What do I have here? I read in the thing into an associative array, no different than how we've ever done it before. And then I'll go all the way to the bottom. This is where I do it. I loop over every element of the map. So I just do a for, y equals 0, for x equals 0. I create the coordinates, and then I pull out the character from the map of everything. And then I check if we've never seen it before, so I keep track of every single coordinate we've seen. If we haven't seen this one before, then we recurse into this function called check price with our current characters. So this is just like the letter A, the current coordinates, and the current region. So this is just the index, like region 0, region 1, region 2. And then we just recurse into check price. And check price is, there's a lot going on in check price, but long story short, it just, I'll scroll to the bottom where you can see it. We check the 4 cardinal directions. We recurse south, north, east, and west. And then we just do basic checking. Like if we're out of bounds, we hit an edge and we can't continue. If we hit a different letter, we can't continue. We hit an edge. If we've seen this block before, we can't continue. Otherwise, we increment the area and move on. Does that make sense? It seems.
Yeah, I gotta stop doing BFS. I think that's why you keep beating me on these. Because you just recurse, and I'm like, why am I making this so much extra difficult?
It's weird. It's not even the computer science background, because the computer science background makes me want to start doing those algorithms. It's my systems admins that kick in where everything looks like file structure to me, and I'm like, oh, recursion is always the answer.
My chat says, "Bad cop, known recursion hater." Kind of true.
I love recursion. And of course, if you're worried about like, blowing out the stack or something, I love making like queues. So basically an array of things to do, and I'll constantly push work into that and pop work off of that. It's that basic CS problem of like create a calculator, like a postfix notation calculator. Like that's just ingrained in my brain, and that's kind of how I solve every problem. So you got to be careful. It's like a hammer. I'll see a nail and I'm like, oh, recursion.
Yeah, I fell into the trap of thinking I had a way to do it without like BFS or DFS in just like one pass, but I was just wrong.
Yeah. It's interesting. The way I code, and I can see it in my streams, even rewatching some of them, like when editing them, I will do 5 passes at first, and then I'll slowly optimize if I need to. So even if I do get the solution, it's usually the slowest possible way, because I'm just like, okay, read the entire map, store this data. Okay, now loop that data and do this. Loop it and do this. And it's like I have to like then go back and be like, okay, optimize this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing like multiple loops, but I thought I could avoid doing the search, and that was just wrong.
Yeah.
So I wasted a bunch of time, and then I wasted a bunch of time stuck on some syntax problems.
Oh man, oh no. Oh man. Actually, someone in my chat just said something, and it's really cool. I've seen them in my Discord use this. They say if you use a period instead of a comma, like when you define your matrix or your map or your grid, you can use sort-V, which does semantic versioning sorting, and it will print the matrix
Oh.
for you.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like it's very clever, and it seems like the kind of thing that I think you would appreciate.
Huh. I don't even understand that. That's so advanced.
Yeah, like it's just because like if I have my map in a an associative array of x comma y, I got to loop over all the x, I got to loop over all the y, and then print the character there. This person you just print it out like instead of x comma y, x period y, so 0 period 1, 0 period 2, and then when you do semantic versioning sorting, it just puts everything in the right position for you, which is wild. Yeah. Yeah, I think they posted an example in my Discord somewhere, and it's so simple. It's like one line, and you just get like, here's a pretty print of the matrix. It's like, oh, that's
That is
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to try that.
yeah, it's better than me, going into old code, and copying and pasting my little functions.
I just rewrite it every time, even worse.
Yeah, I've been doing that too. Like, I think I started this stream, and I was like, all right, now we're gonna redo this data into a two-dimensional array, which we've done 8 million times, so we better get it right. Ah, it's so funny. Oh man.
Someone showed up in my YouTube chat, but I missed it when it happened.
Oh no.
They suggested that I should solve the part 2 by zooming the entire grid by 3 and then using regex, which sounds pretty cool, but I don't know what they mean.
I don't know what that means.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
by
mean,
the
I
way.
get the zooming part to add spaces for the edges,
Yeah.
but I
That's
just
so
solved that
interesting.
by storing it with the direction.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, the zooming makes sense, yeah.
Because I initially had a problem where I was collapsing edges that had the same coordinate, but were technically like different edges of the shape.
Yep. And this is why like the way I approached it is for every block I just kept track of if it had an edge north, south, east, or west, which is in like I've done really basic 2D game programming stuff, and that's kind of how I implemented collision detection one time. So it's a very like similar algorithm to that.
This was a good one.
Yeah, no, this was fun. I really enjoyed this one. Also, yeah, anybody in my chat, you can see that in the title of this stream, it should link to Bash Cop's YouTube channel. She is now streaming on it, dual streaming. So go ahead, check her out, and throw her a subscribe.